All praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh. Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rokah Kodash. Shalom unto the elect, and shalom to all the Akim doing and pushing this word out, honesty, truth, and sincerity worldwide. Now I want to get into this movie here, the American Society of Magical Negroes. Okay, let me see if I could. Yeah, so going into this movie here, okay, as you read the little preview part here, but the part inside of this movie, what it is that it shows Jake cooning, for Esau Edom, to please Esau Edom, to please the master, okay? That's the mindset of Jake nowadays, today, okay? Trying to please Esau Edom, especially the so-called black woman. Her and JC, her and that JC figure, can't separate those two, man. Them like Bati and Kreese, okay? Can't separate them. So, but the Lord is going to separate them. Yahweh Shai is going to separate them. He's going to hew them apart. But anyways, so it shows in this video, in this movie, because I don't really want to spoil it for the brothers who didn't see it. But for those who know, you'll catch on to what I'm saying. I don't even know how to say it without really ruining it, but they're in there trying to serve Esau Edom, okay? Trying to keep Esau Edom at ease, all right? And the fashion that they're doing it in is like cooning, all right? Because they show a long list, I'll tell you, a long list of cooning ass Negroes, basically, being subservient onto Esau Edom, okay, cooning for the man, so Esau Edom could keep his cool, all right? When you watch the movie, you'll have more understanding what I was saying and what I am saying, okay? So these Negroes are out there to serve Esau Edom, to make his life happy, to keep him well happy, okay? And there's even a little meter, you'll see it. There's a little meter that shows when Esau Edom is sad, down, you know what I mean? And when he's, sad, down, all upset, and blah, 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 okay? And when he's happy, when he's extremely happy or whatever. So there's a meter there that, Jake can see, okay? And Jake is always trying to keep Esau Edom, in his green, in his happy zone, okay? So this is much like these cooning ass niggas today, all right? And the people who made this movie, they don't just make these movies for no fucking reason, man. They're making these movies for a reason. They're not just making them for this is gonna be, that'll be funny. Let's do that. No, they're making them for a reason, man. Okay? A wicked and adulterous generation. I'll just say what just happened there, but I ain't gonna say it. But anyways, so going back into this, you got these Jakes out here in this society that, much the same way, they're cooning for the master, okay? They've been well butt broken, all right? As they say. But let's get into these scriptures. And for you, Akim, who hasn't seen this movie, go see this movie, man. It's a movie where, these things we've been telling Jake, right? And they don't listen, right? Because we already know the mindset that they're in, right? This is the mindset that they're in. A slave for Esau Edom, right? So, main character, this guy here and this individual, okay? And they're bringing him in, okay? He's the new recruit, all right? So let's get into these scriptures, man. Is he a slave? The American Society of Magical Negroes, okay? Now, this was a curse that Yahweh threw upon us for rebelling, okay? For not listening, okay? Because when you go into Deuteronomy, which we're about to go into now, it shows you the curses. Because the Lord said from verse 15, 16, around there. Well, let's get it. Yeah, it'll come to pass, verse 15, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh, thy power to observe and do all his commandments and statutes, and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So right there, if we had listened, if we had gone through the plan, as they say, we would have been well off. But you already know the story. We're already knee deep. We're already knee deep, waist deep, neck deep in this shit. Okay, and we're at the end. So, hey, all praises due to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, because Jake right now running amok. But this is what happened to us, Deuteronomy 28 and 68, and it shall come to pass. Oh, Salakia. And Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But Yahweh shall give thee there a trembling of heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have no assurance of thy life. Okay? And in this land, as you can see, the lady the other day, she got popped in her head by these wicked-ass police. Okay? Your life is, you fear for your life day and night. When you're out on the road, you're driving around, police pull up behind you, you got to fear. You got your kids in the car, you got to fear that they might pull you out, shoot you, whatever it may be, right? Because we're under our enemy's captivity still. We haven't, Yahweh Shai hasn't returned yet to break that chain, you know what I mean? So anyways, we're still in this land of captivity. And here, yeah, you cops pull up behind you, you start getting that hot flash, you know what I mean? Wonder if these niggas are gonna pull me out and kill me. Or just off, something, my phone dropped. This guy go, oh, the gunshots, blah, 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 light up your car. Okay? So this is part of the curses, all right? All that's part of the curses. And is he a slave? Yeah, well, you're underneath the foot of another man, and he's ruling over you. Yeah, you are a slave. And you have a slave mentality, okay? We don't have that slave mentality. We have a kingly mentality. Even though we're underneath. We're behind enemy lines, underneath our enemy's foot. Okay, the so-called white man, Esau Edom. So 2/3 of Jake, they don't understand that. Okay, they just live their life trying to please master. Okay, that's the mindset that they have. Because you see Jake killing each other in Chicago and shit. Why don't you do that to the other people who enforce, what? There's only so much you can say, right? Why don't you go ahead and try that with them? You in Walmart and Edomite looks at you. Why don't you reel off and flip off the rail and just pop him? Oh, that's the ops. But no, you saying your own people is the ops, okay? Opposition against you, all right? Which really the enemy put all these curses, keeps you in line with all these curses, man. They don't take their foot off the brake for a day, okay? Not an hour, not a minute. So, yeah, and Jake is all mixed up in serving these other gods, man. Okay? Let me go to this real quick for you. Deuteronomy 28 and 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. And you know, Jake don't got nothing out here, man. Everything that Jake has acquired, they gotta go ask the system. They gotta go ask the man. And all these other nations that come here, for some odd fucking reason, and you could check it out, okay? What happens? They're here, they're just like you in the low. Next thing you know, boop, they're up top. They got all the Indians here, Elam, right? Moab, all of them. They come over here, and you know, you see them rough for a couple years, and all of a sudden, you turn your head and bop, they're driving a Lexus and this and that, and got house out in Brampton or Brantford or whatever the fuck it is, you know? And the government allows that because they give them grants. They give them all types of money and all types of freedom. But yet, we built this country and we got shit, okay? So these are part of the curses, man. Part of the curses, man. Yep. Let's go real quick. Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit. Actually, there's an evil, verse 5. There's an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceedeth from the ruler. Folly is set in great dignity. Yeah, because you see over here, you know, things that people should be watching for, that is in a low position. And things that people should be, you know, annoyed with or fucking, you know, cursing them out for doing it, you know, that is set in great dignity. That is set on a high array, okay? And anything that has to do with righteousness is brought low, okay? And everything that has to do with, you know, folly, reprobate mind, stupidity, dumbness, anything like that is put on fucking high, okay? So in this society, as you can see, folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. We're the rich. We're really the rich, okay? Esau, Edom, he's a base man. Because who has this knowledge, wisdom, understanding? Israel. Not these other people, not these other nations out here. They don't have shit. What they got is what they got. The Lord is not dealing with them. They're like a spittle, you know. The scriptures even tell you that. Because the Lord is not dealing with these other nations. He didn't give them this holy knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. It tells us that in Deuteronomy chapter 4, and it tells us that in Psalms and many other scriptures. Psalms 147, 19, and 20. I have seen servants upon horses, right? That's Esau, Edom. And princesses walking as servants upon the earth, okay? So we're the princesses that's walking as servants upon the earth because what the curses are here upon us. Well, soon enough, Deuteronomy chapter 30 and 7, the tables are going to turn. They're going to be suffering. They're going to be in a low position. They're going to be underneath our feet, as the scriptures tell you. And Barakatah Ba'Shem Yahushai for that one. Baruch chapter 4 and 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from God. Because what? Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 15 says if you obey, then it's going to go good with you. But if you don't hearken to obey the voice of your power, all these curses are going to come upon you. Okay? For thine enemy have persecuted thee. That's what we're going through right now. Persecution. Okay? Because we're still in our underneath the captives. Okay? We're still in our captivity. And to prove that too as well, when you go to Deuteronomy 2 and 30, yeah, right here, it says that, you know, they shall praise me in the land of their captivities and think upon my name. Okay? So that, you know, oh wait, 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves. And how do you do that? Joel 2 and 28 says that he's going to pour his spirit upon all, you know, flesh. And on top of that too, Ezekiel chapter 37, okay? That breath has entered back into us. He put us back in remembrance, okay, of the former things through his spirit. 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and 10. But anyways, going back into this. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from God. For thine enemy have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and tread upon his neck. Right, because when we're in the power position, we're in the power seat, all these nations are going to be below us, and especially Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, okay? Because that nigger of the earth, all the wickedness that he has done, he thinks that he's going to get away with it, okay? That's why they always say, that's why they always bring up that thing. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? Well, go to Job chapter 4 and 7 and many other scriptures. You ain't innocent, okay? At all. So anyways, so Jake now is in the position of thinking that the so-called white man is God. Let's see what he did in First Maccabees. I'm actually get that 3 and 48. Actually 47. Actually, no, 46. Wherefore the Israelites assembled themselves together and came to Maspah over against Jerusalem, for in Maspah was the place where they prayed aforetime in Israel. Then they fasted that day and put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads and rent their clothes and laid open the book of the law wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. Okay, so they try. Hey, when you even go to Egypt, you see they shot off the nose, right? Napoleon or whoever shot off the nose, right? And then they try to, when Putin released these images, and even before that, they tried to say that they got blackened by candles. They got blackened by candles, but yet the eyes are white, the lips are red, right? But they got blackened by candles. Oh, okay. That's a nice one, okay? Because that image that they show of Caesar Borgia, that's not the true image. True image of Yahweh Shai is a dark-skinned man, okay? Not that so-called white man shit, okay? What they put up there, that nigger, that's what we call him. That's the nigger of the earth, yo. He put that image up there of himself to say that he is God. And that's why you see with the so-called black woman, she's in love with that image, with her JC, okay? When you talk about Yahweh Shai, or even, you know, any, you know, the 2/3, they get a rumbling in their stomach. Remember, who they cry for? Barabbas. Barabbas, a wicked murderer and thief, okay? When Ptolemy, if I'm not mistaken, Pilate, was it Ptolemy? No, it wasn't Ptolemy. Pilate, he said, you know, you Jews have a law, right? A custom, right? Who do I release? Who shall I release? And they cried for who? Barabbas, okay? Which was a wicked, actually, you know what? Let me see something. Barabbas. Yep, who do I release unto you? Barabbas or Yahweh Shai, okay? And they cried for fucking Barabbas, yo. But the chief priests and elders persuaded the multitude that they should ask Barabbas and destroy Yahweh Shai, okay? So, with that imagery, what they put up there, Jake has become a slave to it, man. And on top of that, going through slavery, you know. And like I always say, they beat that into you. What is your name? What is your name? And you scream, Toby, Toby, okay? So they always beat that into you, and Jake has an affinity with that, man. Especially the Jake woman, okay? She don't have knowledge, wisdom, understanding. The Lord has deprived her of that. So going into this, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself. What the hell is that? God damn. who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Okay? So these individuals, okay, have painted the imagery, whatever. They took all of our stuff out, right? Going back in the first Maccabees, you see, they want to paint the likeness of their imagery. And during the Renaissance period, what did they do? They did exactly that, okay? They took down all those imageries, right? They took down, all of our imagery and put up their own imagery, okay? Trying to pretend like they are God, but they're the lowest form of being. Even in the scriptures, it tells you what? This guy's a base man. He loves eating his pork, you know what I'm saying? He loves to be in that mentality, low, okay? Job chapter 30 and verse 8. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were violent in the earth. That's who we're dealing with. That's who we're being ruled by. So-called white man, the lowest form of being in this earth, man. The lowest form, yo. Okay? Even animals have a higher status than him. Okay? Because he doesn't know how to rule right. The scriptures tell you that he takes the instructions and tosses it behind him. And then sets it up like, I know what's best. No, you don't. Okay? So here it is, you got Jake. The Lord said, what did he say? I planted you a noble vine. How you become degenerate unto me, man? Jeremiah chapter 2 and 21. Yet I have planted thee a noble vine, holy, a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? Okay? Because what? Yep, under every green tree, thou wanderest playing the harlot. That's exactly what our people have been doing. When you go into Hosea, which I'm going to go into real quick, Hosea chapter 2 and 5, tells you exactly that, okay? But you were a noble people. All of a sudden, now you're a degenerate unto the Most High. Because you went after your enemies, your oppressors' ways, man. You're in love with your oppressors' ways. That's why you see when you watch this movie, us that are in the know, we're going to, you laugh at it. You like, damn, that's Jake, man. That's Jake to the full T. Okay? Always trying to please the so-called white man. Fuck him. He's the lowest form. He's lower than dirt or worms. Okay? He's the earth pig. Pigs have a better cause than him, man. That's why after 1,000 years, they're going to be done away with. So anyways, going back into this. So, you're a holy people unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, a noble people. The law, statutes, and commandments that you have, these other nations don't got. Okay? They got all suspect gods, all suspect shit. Okay? Put it that way. So, going back into this, Jeremiah chapter 2 and 33. Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. Why are you trimming, your love to seek after wickedness, man? To run after these nations' ways. To serve them. Okay? To be subservient unto them. Why? Like I said, those so-called white men are one of the lowest forms, man, of a being in this is the lowest form. Okay? Esau, Edom. That's the lowest form of being around, man. Why would you try to run after that way? You should run the other direction. Even these nations know that, okay? But because of his paintings and his imagery, this is what, it has gotten into your mind about him, okay? So going back into this, yep, under every green tree, for all time is broken in yoke, or bands, and thou sayest, I will not transgress. When upon every high hill and under every green tree, thou wanderest playing the harlot. Yep, verse 20. Okay, from verse 20, let's go over here. Salaki, I wasn't trying to read it, I was just trying to go through it, get that one part. Hosea chapter 2 and verse 5. For thy mother has played the harlot. She that conceived them have done shamefully. For she said, I will go after my lovers that gave me bread and my water, my wool and my flax, mine oil, slakia, my oil and my drink. Okay? So this is how she is, Israel. They say, yeah, let me go after these other nations, okay? Instead of being subservient, serving your Lord, okay? You want to serve something that is not a God? You want to be a slave unto these other nations, okay? That's not correct judgment, man. That's why you got a slave mentality and we have a kingly mentality, okay? Our whole objective here is not, to bring you back into the world so you can have that slave mentality. It's to bring you out. Don't be partakers of our sins. Revelation 18:5, if I'm not mistaken. Come out of her, my people. Now, how do you come out of her? Well, you take a plane and you fly to Zimbabwe, wherever the fuck. No, it's talking about pulling your mindset, the way your mind is. You got to be renewed in the mind, man. Refreshed. That shit's got to be clean. Clean me with hyssop, okay? And that should be what? Whiter than snow, if I'm roughly phrasing. So anyways, going back into this. Jake always, and whoa, let me get this too. Is it Ezekiel 23? Yep, go read this, man. Son of man, there were two women, the daughters of one mother, and they committed whoredoms in Egypt. They committed whoredoms in their youth. There were their breasts pressed, and there they bruised the teats of their virginity. Okay, playing the harlot with all these other, and it goes in the Assyrians, the Egyptians. So this is going after these different gods and being subservient onto these people, serving them, okay, serving their gods. That slave mentality once again, okay. We're a slave onto Yahweh Shemel Shai, and you're a slave onto Esau, Edom, and these other nations, okay. Because even Sinbad was running after that Buddha and all that type of shit, right? Psalms 106 and verse 35. But they were mingled among the heathen and learned their works, okay? And they served their idols, which were a snare unto them, okay? So you being a slave, okay? Let me get something real quick. And serve their idols. Okay, let me go into that word. Served. To work, to serve, to labor, work too. To work for another, to work for another by laboring, to serve as subjects, see? Serve God, service, work, toil the land, to make oneself a servant, okay? You have to serve subjects. Let's go down a little bit more. Serve, servant, worship. See? It all falls together, man. Okay? And this is what Jake has done. Okay? Becoming a slave. Is he a homeborn slave? Well, see the mindset that they got? Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 44 and see what Jake said. Because the Lord is their power, right? But what did the Lord say? Let me get it over here. Romans chapter 10 and verse 21. But regarding Israel, God said, NLT, all day long I opened my arms to them, but they were disobedient and rebellious. See? Because what? You want to serve another God. You want to be a slave onto this man. Okay? You have a slave mentality. You don't have a kingly mentality. You have a slave mentality, man. Like all the pictures that they put up in this movie, they put up a whole bunch of pictures of that. You know, other recruits, older recruits from a long time ago, you know, that came and did the serving onto the so-called white man, right? Cooning ass niggas, right? So let's go into something real quick here. Jeremiah 44, verse 16. As for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of Yahweh, we will not hearken unto thee, but we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth, to burn incense unto the Queen of heaven, and to pour drink offerings unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers, our kings, and our princes, in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. This is why the Lord said, don't pray for them. You see what they do in the streets of cities of Judah and the streets of Jerusalem? For then we had plenty of victuals, and were well and saw no evil. You see, this is why when we're telling you about your JC and all this stuff, this is the so-called white black woman. She gets all upset, man. She goes, no, because she can't handle pressure. She's not like the man, okay? And when you tell them that, and then they come, they serve, oh yeah, how about Shimei Shai? We tell them, you can't eat crab, you can't do this, you can't, we start giving them slowly but surely what the Lord requires of you, okay? As a Hebrew Israelite. And then they throw it off because they say, this is too much, man. When we were serving them, we had much, okay? We had plenty. But watch what they say. Verse 18, but since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven and to pour drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things and have been consumed by the sword and by famine. Okay? So this is the mindset of Jake. This is why Jake loves to be a slave unto Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Okay? And when you tell him, bunker down, calm down, put your trust into Yahweh Shemel Shai. Stop looking at material things. They go crazy. They go apeshit. Okay? And that's why. It's in their spirit. They've been doing this for thousands of years, man. Okay? Malachi chapter 3 and verse 14. Ye have said, it is vain to serve God. And what profit is it that we have kept his ordinance, and that we have walked mournfully before Yahweh of hosts? Yeah, so this is the same mindset that they're coming with in Jeremiah chapter 44. Okay? We walk mournfully before the Lord. Look at this. Look. We ain't got nothing. The same thing in Egypt. It was better off if we were fucking slaves, man. It's better off if we were fucking slaves, bro. Because when they left Egypt, they were like mourning and complaining in the wilderness because of the mixed multitude, right? And then what happened after that? These Israelites went, their mind gone, a whoring. Let me go out. Fuck, I wish I was back in Egypt, man. I would have had, at least I would have had food. Ah, man, what did I do this for, man? I shouldn't have. That's the mindset that they're in, man. Okay? That's the mindset that they're in. We have said it is vain to serve God, and what profit is it that we have kept his ordinance, and that we have walked mournfully before Yahweh of hosts? And now we call the proud happy. Yea, they that work wickedness are set up. Yea, they that tempt God are even delivered. See? So they're looking on the ways of the heathen, and they're saying, when we serve him, when we keep that JC image, when we coon for this man, we're better off. When we set up that rebellion against him, we go through hell. you know, all hell catches us. Plain and simple. That's their mindset and their attitude. So they got a slave mentality. They don't have a kingly mentality. Okay? So going into the last scripture, let me get her here actually. I actually should have been reading it in the NLT more. I like sometimes going into these translations, right? Different translations. Because in the NLT, ooh, baby, it says it. Sometimes it says it direct, man. You can't run from it, okay? But I should have really gone into the NLT a little bit more. I forgot. Anyways, Lord willing, this was edifying. Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 14. Why has Israel become a slave? Why has he been carried away as plundered? Okay. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Okay. Why has Israel become a slave? I like that. Yeah, Israel. Why you 2/3? Why is your mindset still in that slave master, the slave master slap on you mentality, that Willie Lynch? Okay? Why do you still have that mentality, man? We've given you the word of Yahweh Bashim Yoshai. But hey, as the scriptures say that, well, we know why. We don't crash our heads into wall like, why, oh dear, why? No, Most High gave us all these scriptures, man. We know why. Romans chapter 10 and verse 21. But regarding Israel, God, Yahweh said, all day long I opened my arms to them, but they were disobedient and rebellious. So, because you have rejected knowledge, the Lord also shall reject thee. Hosea 4 and 6. Okay? This is why you still had that slave mentality. The Lord has not chosen you. Okay? Because the Lord said, choose faithful men. Okay? Choose faithful men who shall be able to teach others also. Soldiers that are able to fight, right? And the Lord has to give them that spirit. Because, hey, when the Lord returns, he's going to put the spirit on Esau, Edom, to try and fight him, okay? And these other nations that are around the boat. But anyways, going back into this, man. You brothers go check out this movie, The American Society of Magical Negroes, okay? Hey, man. They think they slick. But, hey, meat from the bones. We can see right through that shit, man. Okay? And with that, all praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Quadash. Sincere shalom unto the elect, and shalom unto all the Akim, worldwide, doing and pushing this truth in all honesty, truth, and sincerity. Shalom, shalom, shalom. I hope you were edified. Lord willing, to the next time. Wah habad babal.